Good afternoon, Gossip Gals. How are you this afternoon? So we've got business of the week today with Nikki Hesford, and I'm really looking forward to speaking to Nikki because you've had a really great life in business and you've got such a vast experience that I think we really need to share it with the group. I don't know how long you've been in the group actually. I know you live in Lytham, don't you?
Yeah, I think I've been in the group a couple of years. Yeah.
Yeah, oh, fabulous. Oh, brilliant. So I'm really looking forward to finding out more about what you do. And what is the business called? The Small Business Academy.
Yeah. Small Business Academy.
Yeah. I'm dying to know how you got into your business and a bit about your backstory. First of all, just let me just say to everybody, when you come on, just say hi to us. Let us know that you're watching. And if you do watch on replay, give us a hashtag replay. If you've got any questions for Nikki, just let us know. She'll be happy to answer them. She's got really a vast amount of experience. So I'm sure she'd be happy to help. So yeah, Nikki, how did you actually get into your business?
Yeah, so back in like 2008, when I was an undergraduate at Lancaster University, I was coming to my final year looking to get a job, and I couldn't find clothing or blouses for women with big boobs. Cut a long story short, I created this kind of fashion brand for clothing, lingerie, swimwear for bigger busted women. So a bit like Bravissimo, but for a younger kind of audience. And it went really well. I ended up on Dragon's Den. I got £250,000 worth of private investment, and then I exited and sold that company in 2015. But at the beginning in 2008, before I had the money or the help, I didn't know a thing about, I didn't even know what a domain name was. I contacted a web developer for a price for a website, and he says, "Do you have your own domain name?" And I was like, "What's one of them?" So I thought I was a complete idiot. So I figured out the domain name, and then he said, "Well, what about the hosting?" And I could not get my head around the concept of hosting, like this little space on a server in kind of cyberspace.
Yeah.
Didn't know a thing about SEO, didn't know it. I mean, I was literally tabula rasa, didn't know a thing. And I thought, okay, so I'll get someone to show me or help me or pay somebody or whatever it might be. And I looked and I went to courses and I contacted experts, and I couldn't afford their fees of, retainers or day rates. So I thought, well, I'll learn to do it myself. So I booked on various courses from various organisations, and I turned up, and they weren't cheap, sometimes over £100 for a course. And I went on one for Google Ads. And it's like, Google Ads, you're able to do this with Google Ads, and you're able to do that with it, and this and that. And I was none the wiser on how to actually do it when I left. I was just more frustrated because now I was more convinced.
They told you what you could do, but not how you could do it. Oh.
I still didn't know which buttons to press. So I came home like, I go Google Ads, and I'm like, oh my goodness me, like I don't know what do I press next. And nobody, and I've been to so many courses, so many sort of that learn this, learn that, and nobody ever tells you, press this button, then press that button, then press that button, and this is why you're pressing those buttons. They just tell you the features of it or why it's so amazing. And I thought, I wish somebody would come up with a resource of where people can learn, but actually step by step which buttons to press. And that's what the Small Business Academy is all about. It's everything that I didn't have but needed in those early days when I started. So we also have it's part of a co-working space. So we own a co-working space too. So when I started, I looked at all of the things that a small business needs, I needed and never had. So it's a professional address. Who wants on the business cards or Google My Business, 23 Elms Avenue, or people, knowing where you live and having a look.
I do hear this a lot. And like even on your Facebook page as well, people don't want to put their address, but it is valuable for people to know whereabouts in the world you are. So,
absolutely.
You need to put something within your area, but what do you do? So this is a solution for that then.
Yeah. So people then go and obviously look for an office, and anybody who has an office will know that you're probably most likely to have to commit to at least 6 months, if not more, like a year or 2 years or 3 years. Then you've got legal costs, VAT, cleaning bills. You're not going to get any change out of at least £300 or £400 a month, even on the cheap. But people don't have any, as a startup, you don't have that sort of money. So a shared office space, you pay £50 a month and you get a desk. You've got somewhere to bring your clients. If you've got to get free meeting room use, if you're a member, you can use our address at Company's House on your marketing, and it's £50 a month instead of £300, £400, £600 a month. And we have various other options. Yeah, or even a virtual office.
Yeah. So whereabouts is that?
And for anybody who knows the Lytham Blackpool area, there's a country lane called Peel Road as you go out from Lytham out towards B&Q in Blackpool. So it's on that country lane on Peel Hall Business Village. It's really easily accessible from Ray Green, Kirkham, Lytham, this side of Blackpool, even Preston,
And the
to be honest.
motorway as well,
Yeah.
isn't it? Yeah. Oh, that's
Yeah.
brilliant. Even Preston, even the north of Preston, it's accessible.
Yeah, if anyone's in that Broughton kind of area near that big jumping on the motorway at junction 1, it's literally 8 or 9 minutes because it's only 2 junctions and we're right off the motorway there.
And then sometimes as a business owner, it's really, you're like at home on your own kind of thing. So it's really good to go out and see some of the people, but get on with work as well. That's great.
I mean, we've got, the facilities that we've got a Regio 42 bean to cup coffee machine. We've got biscuits, showers, parking, and everyone has a right good laugh as well. It's only small. There's only maybe sort of 10 to 15 people on any given day, but people have done a lot of business amongst each other, referred business, and people have actually, there's a couple of guys who have become the bestest of friends too.
Yeah. Oh, brilliant. So what do you do on a day-to-day basis?
Well, at the moment, it's mostly disinfecting door handles. But normally, COVID has posed 1 or 2 challenges, obviously, to the co-working space. We've had to, obviously the cleanliness and the hygiene. And most of my days now spent saying, did you wash your hands when you came back from the toilet? To people as they come out of the toilet. But normally it would be writing course content, doing my own advertising for it, showing people around, but mostly kind of writing the course content, filming materials, doing Zoom lessons, that sort of thing.
Fab. So what variety of products and services do you have?
So obviously, as we already discussed, there's the co-working space. So the co-working space consists of a virtual office. So that's where you just want the address. You don't want to come in. You just want to use the address for £25 a month. We'll take your posting. And then there's the hot desk at £50 a month, which you just turn up, pick any desk and take your stuff home with you at the end of the day. You can use that for 8 days a month, and that's £50 a month. Or there's the kind of the higher option, which is a dedicated desk. And that's really good for people who are a bit closer to wanting an office, but not quite there yet. And that's where you get access 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. You have your own keys to get in. And that's £150 a month. And nobody else can use your desk. You can leave your stuff there overnight. So that's kind of the desk options. We also have a meeting room hire and a training room hire. And that's not just for our members, it's for anybody. So that's sort of the co-working space. And then the rest of it is sort of business mentoring and obviously these marketing courses. We specialise in Facebook ads marketing and Facebook and social media. But we do courses sometimes as well on like bookkeeping and accounting and health and safety and that sort of thing. Anything that a small business owner would need.
Right, so it's not just on marketing. There's loads of different things. Anything for a small business owner. That is so good.
Definitely. So anything that our kind of promise is, because I've got a Facebook ads course at the moment, and if I've had one person say to me, I've had 20, why is it only £100? Like everybody else's Facebook ads course is thousands of pounds. Everyone who's got your credibility is charging 10 times as much. You can easily get that. Why are you only charging £100? And I say to them, this is our why. Our why is that the whole point of the Small Business Academy is that it's accessible to Mrs. Smith, the cupcake maker, or somebody who's literally got £500 to start a business. The whole point of it is that it's not priced out of someone's price range, and it would defeat the entire object of why we exist if we started charging £300, £400, £500, £600 for a course.
Yeah, because it is literally for small businesses, and that's what they need to get the foot off the ground, isn't it? So that is really, really, that resonates with me. I love that you're doing that. And it's so good that you've got all that experience, and then you're helping people with just doing it for £100. I can't believe how many courses that you do. You must be like just pouring it out of your head all the time.
Yeah, well, we used to do them as one-off ones, so Zoom. So people would pay like £29, £30, and it'd be a 2 or 3 hour live kind of Zoom. And we're now moving into the online courses because the feedback was that some of the stuff, especially with Facebook ads, is so sophisticated and complex that they'd forgotten it by the time they went away, because some of it was just so complex. So we're now moving to online courses where people can just log in, log out as and when they need to, as opposed to it being a one-off kind of hitter.
And kind of rotate it at their own pace then as well, don't they? They can listen to one thing, apply it, and then do the next thing.
Yeah, and what's different about our online courses, I think, as far as I'm aware, I've never seen anyone else do it. All of our courses include monthly surgeries that are free. So once a month, we'll set a date for a 1-hour Facebook ad surgery, and they don't have to come if they don't need anything. They can just miss that one, but it's completely free for the lifetime that you're in there, to just pop in on, and we'll give the date like the 5th of November, the 6th of December, and people just drop in and go, I'm really struggling with custom audiences. Could you help us a bit further with it? Or my ad keeps getting rejected because of this. Can you help me with it? So it's that kind of live with me, face to face, to ask me questions. And there's no cost. You've paid for that in your 100 quid. And it's not a license that expires after 6 months. It's a lifetime license.
That is fantastic, Nikki. That's really good. So what would you say to people that are maybe a bit scared of doing Facebook ads, and they've been burnt before with it or something like that? What would you say to them?
So many people, I did one of these in a beauty group last week, and so many of the ladies said, I'm not doing any more with Facebook ads. I've put £20 on, £30 on it. I've never got anything from it. And it's so sad that this happens. It's because people are boosting posts most of the time. And when you boost a post, you have very little control. The way I describe it is, when you order your Asda shop, and when it arrives, your piece of steak's got loads of fat and gristle, and all your meat needs eating in 2 days. And you're thinking, bloody hell, I wouldn't have picked that one. I'd have rooted to the back to get a really good one. But when it's the person who's at the shop picking it for you, the member of staff, they're probably thinking, no one else is going to want this dodgy piece of meat. Let's stick it on the home delivery one. And they kind of palm you off with the stuff that they know no one else is going to pick. And it's the same with Facebook ads. When you boost a post, but Facebook's making the decision. Facebook's the pick and packer as to choosing what's going to happen with your ad. And you are inevitably going to get the stuff no one else wants.
Right. Oh, Nikki, that is such a good way of putting it. And I don't think people realise that at all. I think, obviously your courses are going to be so good because the way that you put things across is just so easy to understand as well. So that is a brilliant tick. So what do you enjoy about what you do?
I love helping small businesses. I also own a Facebook ads agency, which is a separate business. And I found that over time, I was being sucked into people contacting me who really needed help. Some stories where people had lost thousands of pounds by paying another agency who weren't very good. And I was finding myself being sucked into helping them for free because they didn't, or for really low cost, because they couldn't afford to pay me. And I didn't have the heart to turn them away and go, no fee, no me. I couldn't just let them go off, and knowing that they were going to blow all of the money and then they didn't have much to start with. And it was for this reason that obviously the Small Business Academy was created. And now I love knowing that somebody who probably would have gone off and blown £1,000 on ads over a course of a year and got nothing from it, will actually start getting leads. And you probably see it all the time in groups. People say, but I've got a business, I'm getting really demotivated. I never get any inquiries. And as people maybe naively think that they've got a website, they've got a Facebook page, and the magic internet fairies will just send people their way. And because they don't understand it. And once you understand, well, how is anyone going to find you? You've not got a shop front. No one's going to walk past you when they're doing the shopping on a Saturday afternoon. So unless you find a way to go, hey, I'm here, then nobody is going to find you. And so, explaining that to people in a way, and, I'm quite colloquial and I'm not corporate or formal at all. So I like to put it into those really simple, straightforward terms. And when people walk away and say, oh, I'm just so happy that I know this, that is what I enjoy.
Yeah, they get it now. That is so good. Good job satisfaction. So what would you say if somebody needed advice when looking for products or services like yours, what would you tell them to look for in a person or business?
There's obviously a lot of business coaches, mentors, marketing people out there. And, like I said to you earlier, the great thing about marketing is that anyone can do it. The bad thing about marketing is that anyone can do it. And so I see so often, and I know this is a ladies group, so I hope this isn't sort of disparaging towards anyone, but I often find that mums have a baby, they realise the cost of childcare, and they go, I can't go back to work, but I need to make a bit of a side hustle, a bit of income. I know I'm quite good at Facebook. I spend all my life on it anyway. I'll become somebody who manages Facebook for people. And, God love them, there's no malicious intent there, but they often don't know those advanced strategies. So as a result, they don't get results for somebody. And then that person then has been bitten, so they don't ever go back to social media again because they've had somebody doing it. And, so my advice is always ask people, I mean, maybe not in quite so blunt way, but what qualifies you to give this advice? What qualifies you to handle it? Is it because you've done if it's because you did I mean, if anyone comes and does my Facebook ads course, I actually say in the course content, do not take this course and try and show other people how to do it or run other people's ads, because I don't want people who just take a short course and go, right, I get it now, I'm going to do it for other people and charge them for it. Maybe ask people, who are their other clients? Who have you done ads for? Show me some results that you've had. Give me the name or number of somebody who's going to say, you are brilliant. Do that. Look at any sort of credentials. So it might be qualifications, it might be actual courses that are recognised courses that they've done, actual genuine clients that don't look like the mum or their auntie. And just do a little bit of due diligence. Even look at companies' house and see how long they've been around. Google them. If you Google my name, Nikki Hesford, you'll get pages and pages of stuff that you can prove, that everything that I tell you I've done, I've actually done.
Yeah. Oh, brilliant. Yeah. And I do know what you're saying, and like you say, not being like funny to anybody, but it is, you do see people just saying, oh, well, I do it for myself so I can do it for other people. And that's, that is a pitfall that you do want to avoid. And with your vast experience, I mean, looking at all the awards that you've won on your website, and obviously you've been through Dragon's Den, obviously there's just so much that you've done, and then pouring that knowledge in. So definitely, if anybody's thinking about this, have a chat to Nikki about it and have a look on the website as well. So how can people contact you?
We've also got a Facebook page, we've got an Instagram page, and through the website. So any emails that are sent to the bookings at the Small Business Academy that's listed on the website come straight through to me. So the Facebook messages are handled by me. So either through our Facebook page or through email are probably the two best ways. But my number, our landline number, again, that comes through to me. So any of the methods and contacts that you see published, you can get hold of me through any of those.
Fabulous. There's a lady that's just put on Natalie Atherton has said, that is what I need. Simple. I have no idea what I'm doing. So definitely, Natalie, speak to Nikki after this and see what you can do to move forward with that.
As well, if anyone does want the ads course, I'll do a £10 discount code as well. It's just for the people in the group. So I'll send that to you straight afterwards. So it'll make it £90 instead of £100 if anybody is interested in it.
Yeah, that is awesome. What we'll do, we'll make sure we put the link to your Facebook page and then the link to the course as well with the code. So we can put that above and below on the post as well. And anything else, get in touch with Nikki or go to the website, and I'm sure you'll be in fantastic good hands. I'm really, really happy to have met you. It's so interesting.
You too. Thank you for having me.
It's great what you're doing, and like from a heart of gold with it as well. I absolutely love that. So if anybody's got any questions, just pop them in the comments and we'll get back to you later on as well. So thank you for being the business of the week. Well deserved this week. Okay, so bye everybody. Thanks for joining us. Bye.